Focus on what you can control instead of what you can't. In trading, the only thing we have full control of is risk management. Hey there, Tamir from FibonacciTraders.com here with the daily market recap. Please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends. Let's see the charts. The day have started with a gap to the downside, but we know that more than 80% of all gaps will get filled, and this gap got filled and the day closed above Thursday's highs. So now we have the 480, 405 to the downside as support that needs to hold. And as you can see, during February, it was a very nice support, then broke to the downside, became resistance. Now it needs to hold the support. Next major test for the bulls will be this trend line together with the 411, 412. This trend line goes all the way back to August 2022. And as you can see, it is a very tough resistance for the lower highs. So let's see if bulls have enough power in their hands to break up and above. Don't forget, we have a very interesting week with CPI, PPI, Federal Reserve representatives are talking. So keep your risk management in your highest priority. We took some nice trades, basically 2 trades in the premium room. You're welcome to join us. Check the links in the description below. Gold membership, 13% discount until end of April. Because we know that more than 80% of all gaps will get filled, we took long intraday above the 407.70. As you can see, we are going to fill this gap, and we did. Closed 409.70. We also took AMD long above the 93, and AMD we know closed at the 95.50. So overall 2 trades. No need more trades. We sit on hands and we wait for the perfect trades to come along. There are no perfect, but the A+ setups, and then we take them. QQQ inside day. As we can see, this trend line, this middle trend line, now from support, resistance, support, now once again resistance with an inside day. Inside day represents indecision in the market. If the market cannot decide, we surely cannot decide. We need to sit on our hands and wait to see where price is heading. 313 holding strong. It was resistance. Now since end of March, it's support. Next resistance 321. Let's see if bulls can break up and above. If they will do it, 332 and maybe all the way to 346 together with this trend line. IWM continuing doing nothing with the 176 as resistance, 172, 173 as support. Basically bouncing between the 170 and the 180 since beginning of March. 1 month of nothing on the IWM. Dow Jones also basically moving sideways since last week. As you can see, 333 holding support, 336 as resistance. No need any indicators. We don't need Fibonacci. Only by looking left we can see that this 336, 337 is a very interesting level of support. Then resistance, support, resistance, and now resistance for the past week or so. Let's see if bulls have enough power in their hands to break up and above, going towards the white trend line. Look left. This white trend line goes all the way to January of 2022. Each and every time price reached this trend line, it got rejected. Now, to identify support and resistance, we take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, 336 needs to break up and above. Then this trend line, let's see where Dow Jones is taking us. VIX basically moving sideways, which is pretty good because it means that the volatility in the market is low. We are keeping below 20, above 18. This red trend line is holding as support. For now, VIX is relaxed. Bitcoin finally breaking up above and closing above the 29 area. As we can see, all this area of the 29 was a very tough resistance since middle of March. Now breaking up and above, and we have this trend line as a resistance because we know trend lines are the true support resistance for price action. And there we have it. For now, Bitcoin is in an uptrend channel. Breaking up and above this trend line, most probably, high probability, next resistance will be the 32,600 together with this trend line, maybe around the 34. Ethereum, same thing. Trend lines are the true support resistance for price action. Now, Ethereum is in an uptrend until proven otherwise, bouncing between these two trend lines. Trend lines gives us an area of support and resistance, channels to the future, roadmap. It doesn't matter if you're trading stocks, indices, cryptos, or Forex. Trend lines are the true support resistance for price action. So learn to identify them and the strong relationship between candlesticks analysis and trend lines. MSTR, MicroStrategy, breaking above the 305 area. This area, very tough resistance. Now breaking up and above. Fibonacci. Next is 350, but we have this gap over here at the 317. So first we need to close this gap over here, and then we might go all the way to 350 using levels to manage our risk. And of course, everything you see in here on this video is for educational purposes only. Always do your own due diligence. Never follow blindly anyone on social media, paid or free services. Follow to get ideas, follow to learn, educate yourself, but in the end of the day, it's up to you. Mara, 9 area, tough resistance, 7th 20 support. We are looking to go long we are looking for a close above the 910 area, maybe the 950 area, breaking up and above, and then we can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, 1060, and maybe all the way to 1290. Riot, as we can see, the 10 area from support, resistance, resistance, now breaking up and above. Next resistance will be the 1210 and maybe all the way to 1370 or 15. Follow price, use levels to manage risk. No other indicators are truly needed. Check links in the description below if you want to take your trading journey to the highest level and become your own indicator and stop following others and stop relying on others. 2 programs, one-on-one mentorship program or the pre-recorded. My promise to you, by the end of both programs, you will have all the tools that you need to become your own indicator, and of course both programs are with lifetime access. Natural gas holding strong the 210 to the downside, but we have the 230 as a strong resistance. We need bulls to break up and above. Then we have all the levels to the upside for future resistance. Oil, since the gap up from last week, 82 strong resistance. We have gap to the downside. If bulls will not succeed to break up and above this 82 in the coming days, they will give up and this gap will get filled. SMH, very strong ETF, maybe the strongest sector of them all right now. This trend line is holding the higher lows since October of 2022. As we can see, December, January, also here, middle of March, and now let's see continuation above the 257. As long as this trend line is holding the higher lows, we can stay long. Apple. Trend lines are the true support resistance for price action. Now let's see if Apple, it's holding the 161. Let's see, bounce back towards the 167, and maybe fifth time will be the charm, breaking up and above. Don't forget CPI, PPI, Fed is talking this week. Expect volatility. We have a trend line over here, and as long as Apple is holding above this trend line, we are safe in our long position. Tesla. Before we talk about Tesla, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, will be much appreciated. Help me grow this channel. Thank you very much. Tesla, downtrend line holding as a tough resistance for the lower highs. Bulls are giving a fight. They're holding above the 174 because they know that if they will give up the 174, this multi-top, double top scenario will get validated, and this gap at the 146 will get filled. Follow price, use levels to manage risk. Let's see if bulls of Tesla can break up above and close 2 or 3 days above this trend line, and then we can say that this double top scenario negates. Amazon. Overall, uptrend, short-term uptrend. We have low, higher lows, higher highs. 103 needs to break to the upside. This 103 was strong support over May and June of 2022. Then it became a very tough resistance throughout October of 2022 until this day. 103 needs to break up and above. Then next major test will be this purple trend line. This purple trend line goes all the way back to November of 2021. And as we can see, each and every time price tried, it failed. So next major test for Amazon bulls is this trend line. AMD bouncing off the 91.70. Overall, AMD very strong bull trend since October of 2022. Let's see, continuation towards the 103. Nvidia, same here. The 280 area is resistance. Let's take Fibonacci once again. Swing low, swing high. We can take it also over here. Now 280 resistance, as we can see. During 2021, 2022, it was a very strong support, then became resistance. Now, once again, since middle of March, it's resistance, but the 262 is a very strong support. Short, below, long continuation, above the 280. And of course, this is my opinion only. Do your own due diligence. Microsoft, inside day, Doji, basically 2081 is holding as very strong support. This trend line together with this area of the 295, 293 is resistance. Doji, inside day, indecision in the market. If the market cannot decide, we need to sit on our hands and wait and see where price of Microsoft will take us next. We take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, 280, 292, together with this trend line, all this area over here, 281 to the downside. We have this gap over here that will get filled. Netflix overall holding inside an uptrend channel, but as we can see, several dojis circling the 341 area. Doji is the most important signal of an indecision in the market. We also had today's inside candle, indecision on Netflix, so we need to sit and see where price will take us. Long continuation above the 341 or retracing back, retesting this trend line, and then we might look for a bounce. Google broke above this trend line, now testing this trend line as support. Doji inside candle, we are looking for continuation above 109 towards the 113. We can take Fibonacci once again, clean the chart, 111.50. We can take also here, doesn't really matter. It's all a matter of the time frame that you are trading. 111.40 is the next major test for Google bulls. For now, Google looking very nice, very strong. The most important level, the 106, got broken to the upside. And as you can see, look left, May and June of 2022, it was very strong support, then broke to the downside, became resistance. Now price back up, follow price, use levels to manage risk. Meta grinding up and above this purple trend line. Let's see continuation towards the 245. If this 245 will get break to the upside, this gap over here at the 320 will be next. Shopify trying with all bulls power to stay inside this channel. 44 holding strong. Let's see a bounce towards the 48 and maybe once and for all closing this gap at a 50. Trend lines, Fibonacci levels, candlestick analysis, no other indicators are needed. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, will be much appreciated. Don't forget to check the links in the description below. Choose your path, one-on-one mentorship program or the pre-recorded. Both programs are with lifetime access to provide you all the tools that you need to become your own indicator. Thank you very much for watching, and until the next video, stay safe.